Liverpool and the Premier League have a new challenge. Guess the goals.
33 goals this week, I reckon.
Evening. Oh, that feels better. How are you? Football too. That won't be on for long because it's on 7%. There's a wind blowing outside, yeah. You got a wind blowing. You just bear with that. Hello. Fucking hands are sore, man. How are you, friend? you wanna feel it? I fucking know. Me fucking ears are freezing when I go out. I'm like, why the fuck did I get me haircut? The side of me head was freezing on the canal. I was like, would you jump in there? No. No. I used to have a bald head as well. If you go back to the very start of this channel, Fran, have a look how big me head was. I was on a mouth stabilizer, right? And these particular type of combinations make you eat, you know. I had a big cannonball head when I first started this channel, you know. Honestly, me head was round. Pablo will tell you, like a fucking basketball, bro. Go look. You know. I shave eyebrows.
Doing what you can when you can. It's just
Well, I haven't shaved anyone's eyebrows in a long time. I love that walkout. I'll never forget it, like, you know, Eubank. Yeah, me bollocks. I'm not shaving, I'll shave half me head. I love this. It was a moment in boxing history I'll never forget. Eubank walking out to face Conor Ben the first time. Stood there with his old man, side by side there, look, father, son together, united in solidarity and unity. Shout out to Junior. In fact, shout out to all the juniors. How you feel? Oh, will you stop? I've been called a lesbian and all today. Wasn't he? No, I can't even say it. Wasn't Wesley Snipes BLACK? You know. I born in the sun. And then I turned brown. Depends what mood I am in. What a big instrumental. Dralston and Openshaw and Beswick. The Medlock as well. Ashton Canal. 16th Lock. On my own. Sundays. Just in case you wanted to come up and say hello. 16th Lock. On my own. No cameras. That was a moment. Yeah. You only good at reading maps. It's not hard to find. But it's cold out. Know that. Put it this way. If needed be, and I had to run at somebody, and the two of us go in the canal, well then looks like a motherfucker's getting wet. Fuck that, I wouldn't fancy going in the canal this time of year, no sir. I'm gonna go and have my fish very soon. You know fish is good for you, right? So they saying anyway. It's like fish. It's good for you. How's Finnan anyway? What, at me? I'm not too hard to find. Me phone's about to die, so when I haven't got me music, I'm like, fuck off, I'm going. Yeah, it's just about to die. You'll hear the vibrating going, woo. Man United and Arsenal this weekend. Oh, there we go. It's just died on me. He's fucking dead. He's dead. Well, well, I won't be there this weekend. We're going on an adventure this weekend, me and my son. Yeah, some father-son bonding time, you know. Yeah, Tom's going to see his uncles. Uh, yeah, I'd sooner go fishing, but yeah, I enjoy spending time with my son, you know. I'll try teach him how to catch a fish. At the minute, we're not catching many fish, so I'm not a good example, am I? You know, there's no point in taking your son fishing if you can't catch fish yourself. It defeats the purpose, you know. But, so no doubt, we'd be doing that. That's for disrespecting me missus. Hey, only she can say that, you know. I, there's a spot in Dralston, and there's 3 barges there, yeah, and it's like fish, they congregate under them barges, and I have a friend that owns a house on Waterway Street, right at the canal. She owns a barge as well. I'm fishing on the canal one day, and I see this fucking barge coming up, so I'm like, I'm about to give this fucker loads of stick, right? So I'm sitting there next to the fella here. Alright, Jewett. I'm like, alright, I'm not fucking alright. It's like, I'm gonna have to move from here now. You know, one of me old neighbours floating down the canal on a barge like you do. You know, like they're at home. You know, I'd say living on one of them, it'd be fun. You know, it's like, but I've seen a lot of people like fish up there, and they were fishing very close to the barges and they were catching fish. You know, I tried to fish near there, I didn't catch a fucking thing. It's like, but I love like fishing near them barges. It's like just throw a fucking a weight out with a feeder and leave it and put a bell on the end of it. You know, on the end of your fishing rod. Yeah. But we've not caught anything in fucking ages. You know. I'll probably win the award. The worst fisherman on YouTube. I love watching people catching fish, man. Even if I'm out on the canal and I'm not catching anything and I see someone else catching something, like, because there's loads of people, like, sometimes when I'm out on the canal, strangers will walk up to me and say, alright mate, did you catch anything? And I'm very social, mate. I like to engage with people. You know what I mean? Like, I've had youths come up to me saying, bro, here, can you tie this fucking spinner on for me? I don't know how to do it. And I'm like, bro, I was like, you understand, there's kids coming out on the canal fishing, and it's rare to see it, because nowadays, a lot of the youngsters, they're either in their bedroom on the computer, or they're out with their mates after school. You know, it's rare you see these, like, you know, this lad said to me, bro, can I stay here and chill with you and fish with you? I said, bro, I don't think it's a good idea. I'm an adult. You're a child. You understand? He's like, me dad's always saying he's going to take me fishing. I was like, here, fish over there. You know, you'd be grand. I was like, ah, Jesus, like, you know what I mean? Like, this youth out on the canal on his own, you know what I mean? He's like, none of me friends go fishing or did it. I felt well sorry for him, you know what I mean? Because I have kids, and, you know, disappointing your children, like, you know, if your son's going fishing, you take him. You know, if he's going to a football match, you take him. You know, if he's going to graduate at university, you make him. And then have a guess what happens after all the hard work? Oh yeah, baby, we did it. You know, but it's rare you see that nowadays. It's rare you see kids out playing football and shit like that. You know what I mean? Because they want to be grown. You know, when we're younger, we want to be older quicker. For some stupid reason, we want to grow up quick, and it's like I grew up very quick, mate. You know, someone broke my heart at 8 years old. They told me Father Christmas wasn't real, and I rebelled. I got Indian ink on my hand at 8 years old. Allegedly, Ken O'Driscoll put it on my arm. Nothing fucking alleged about it. Like at 8 years old, here, you shouldn't be getting Indian ink on your hand, you know. I the mad upbringing, you know. The street raised me, you know. And I raised a lot of me friends too. And a lot of us get a bad name that are from Ballyfermot. You know, like there's a lot of good people up there doing good shit. Like they're very quick to write stories in the newspaper, but when somebody from the community with a past goes and does something good, they don't write about that. You know what I mean? What time is it? I have to make a phone call to ring me door. But you know the river. Yeah, well, you know where's a good place? Down near Island Bridge. You know what I mean? That's fucking Liffey to Strawberry Beds. It goes all the way up. You know, loads of roach in it. You know, I've not caught one roach in that canal. Just all perch. I've never caught a roach in that canal. Spencer, you come in and I'm going to fuck off very soon. I have to ring me door. But, yeah, you don't, anytime somebody does something good in Ballyfermot and nobody writes about it, you know, they'll write loads of bad shit about it, but they won't write no good. You know, that kind of way. Like, a lot of us, when we were younger, we made a lot of bad choices, like, and we weren't bad kids, we just made bad decisions. You know, like, I grew up watching police chases outside me house. I grew up watching police chases ending outside my house. People jumping out of cars, going that way and this way and that. You know, I grew up with a lot of tough lads that if you said the wrong thing, you get a smack into the face, me included. You understand? Spencer will tell you. You know, we had peers and we were respectful. Otherwise, we got our ass bet. You know, like I said, out of them all, I fucked up bad the first time. Out of all the boys, you know, and there's consequences for that and repercussions. If you want to be a tough guy and you want to be a fucking dickhead like all your mates, well, then deal with the consequences. You know, and there's no point in pitying yourself when you land up in jail. You know, I can hear me father saying, I fucking told you so. You know, but if you don't learn, you know, you're fucking, you've not got much time left to fucking learn if you haven't learned by now. Spencer, look, I went and got a baldy today on this side. He only gave me half a haircut, so I only paid him half the money. You know. But, yeah, here, before I go, can I just say, this community has gone to shit. Like, everybody wants to be a tough guy. There's a couple of tough guys on YouTube. I wouldn't like a smack in the face off. I wouldn't like a. There's a few YouTubers in Manchester. Out of them all, I wouldn't like a smack off Billy Moore. None of the rest of them intimidate me. I'm not saying Billy intimidates me, but what I'm saying is he'd probably give up more. He'd give you more of a fight than nearly all of them in the community, because he can have a go, can't he? I was just watching a video there, and I was flicking through Netflix, and A Prayer Before Dawn come on it, all about Billy Moore when he was in Thailand. He got fucked into jail and all, and it's a very good movie. Hey, I wonder Netflix. I wonder how much he got for that. You know, much of Netflix paying him for that. You know, it's one thing YouTube, but when your shit is on Netflix, that's next level. Hey, that's money always. Ding, 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 ding. I admire that. I admire real tough guys. You know, Scousers, they don't act the bollocks. You know, like, you know, they handle their business. You know, privately. Yeah. So I'm gonna go and stick to dinner. Well, not the dinner. I had McDonald's earlier for me lunch, but I'm gonna go have some food. I like him, Spencer. You know what I mean? Like, just 'cause I'm a Man United fan, I get on with the Scousers. You know, my son lives up there over 13 years. You know, I think it's a great city. The people are fucking A. You know, I love the Scousers. Only on Derby Day. Only when we're playing them in football. You're not me pal today. 'Cause we're playing you in football. But after the football here, we're all, you know, like there's certain people a banging steak dinner. Go on there with that, you bollock shit. Hey, I wish I could eat steak. You fucking, honestly, you bollock shit. Hey, I wish I could chew a Spencer. Oh, you have to grab it like that, look, and go, it's a fucking experience every time I eat. You know what I mean? But, so Spencer, I've reached out to a couple of the lads, right? Like, Pat Maguire. If you see him when you're in Ballyferm, pick up a rock and fuck it at him. And if he goes, Spencer, why did you fuck a rock at me? Say I didn't. Jude did. And if he said, what do you mean? Just say, Jude told me when I see you, I was to throw a stone at you. I was to pretend we were in fucking Afghanistan and you were being flogged on a Friday for haram. You know, tell him I said to answer his fucking voice notes on Messenger and fuck a rock at him. Just blame me. Say I said it. Just say, listen, Jude said you're a shit mate and he told me to throw a fucking rock at you to remind you. Tell him I said, if that never happens to me, I hope he's happy I didn't get that game done. Right? And tell him I said he's a bollocks. Yeah. Yeah. And tell him I said shout out to his big brother for saving me life in Mountjoy prison. But listen, guys, I'm going to go because I'm going to have some fish, some rice. I don't know whether the spring roll's there, but yeah, and a few prawn crackers. You know me bollocks. Yeah, that's what's on the menu. Oh yeah, Man City got beat last night, didn't he? Ah well. Right, everybody, God bless you. Tell Pat I said he's a bollocks. And to answer his messages, I'm trying to get him to come on here, Spencer, just to talk about growing up. You know, we be in stitches. You know, he's just camera shy. You know, he fucking rang me the day you got out of jail. He said, bro, I'm after getting out after doing a 10 stretch. I was like, what? He's like, I wanted to ring you while I was in you. He said, Jude, while I was in jail, I seen your fucking channel. I I was like, fuck off. He said, yeah. He said, I was like, yeah, I used to pal around with him. I used to make joints for him. You know, we used to cheat playing cards. You know, the bastard. But, yeah, he's got a good heart, Pat. Right, guys, listen, God bless you all for coming in, and I'll be back on tomorrow sometime, okay? This fucking lesbian, Finn, I don't know what Finn called me. Someone called me a lesbian today. I'm flattered. You know what I mean? Whether it's good or bad criticism, whether it's constructive or negative, it's still, you know, whether you're laughing with me or at me, you're still laughing. That's the picture. Right, I'm away. God bless you all. I'll talk to you tomorrow.